LeBron James at the very end, both on the offensive end with that follow-up basket he had late, and then on the defensive end, completely shutting down Kawhi. To me, statement game by the Lakers and LeBron. Great win. Could have gone the other way because, man, the Clippers, they were getting blown out early. They came roaring back. Looked like they were taking control. Wait, Lakers came back late in the third, and then the Lakers, it went down to the wire. Give me your thoughts, fellas. I mean, I watched more NBA last night than I watched in the last 5 years.
I'll stick to the first game. I'll say that I thought that LeBron did not play well at all, but he didn't need to because Anthony Davis was lights out. Now, I went into it at the end of yesterday saying that it didn't matter if the Lakers won, but it would be bad if the Clippers did. I changed my mind. I changed my mind from this standpoint. The Lakers' chemistry looks ready, and that's going to be important in this particular situation. I did not like what I saw from the Clippers at all. They had too many guys who basically just got into the bubble taking shots. Like whichever Morris that was, God damn, he was awful last night. Patrick Beverly made 2 shots, but he felt like he shot 20 times. He fouled every time he guarded somebody. The Clippers don't look like they have the chemistry that it's going to take to win in this situation, and they still haven't added 25 to 30 points for Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams. So as much as that's going to be a boost to them, I don't know how that's going to work when it comes from a chemistry aspect. So I thought it was a good night for the Lakers. I thought it was a very bad night for the Clippers.
Well, you know what I think. I think old man James dominated Kawhi Leonard defensively yesterday.
Stop it.
I think that if it wasn't for Paul George hitting basically all his threes in the second half, it probably would have been a blowout. But they have no answer for Paul George. We've known this all along. There's no secret. They have no answer for Paul George. No one can guard Paul George on that team because once LeBron's on Kawhi, they have nobody to defend Paul George. So that's going to be a big issue in the playoffs when they meet because they're going to meet. They're the best 2 teams in the West. I mean, if they don't, it's the biggest surprise. But I told you, dude, LeBron scored 16 points. But LeBron is the story because he made a shot outboxing 5 Clippers for the game winner and then bodying up Kawhi at the end. And the meme is there, man. Kawhi is now a meme. And I'll put the picture up because that's the story of the game. Kawhi was scared of LeBron last night. Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow. Coming from Mr. San Diego State himself, although a self-proclaimed Kawhi hater now.
Wow.
I mean, it's impressive.
Of the outrageous statements made today, I did not think it was going to be by somebody not me. Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Listen, if you watched the game last night without the John Browner goggles on and you saw what really happened every time LeBron was guarding Kawhi in the second half, it wasn't even close. LeBron was trying to make a statement defensively, and that's a fact. We all know LeBron is all about the narrative, and he knows everything that's said about him. And everything, that meme about when he was on the Heat and Kawhi checked in when he was on the free throw line and LeBron's like, damn it. Like, you don't think LeBron remembers that? You don't think LeBron knows the stories about Kawhi not being able to guard Kawhi? And you don't think that he used this opportunity with all eyes on LeBron to body up Kawhi? You don't think he did it? You don't think he knows exactly what the story is? And if you don't, then you're just not paying attention, John Browner.
Oh, yeah. Let's just all pile on, too.
I think this is absolutely absurd take by you, but I love it because I love it when people poke their chest out about something because this was one with 7 more to go. And I don't think when it comes to the best out of 7, it's going to go to 7. I thought that LeBron had a good night. Those 2 stops were fantastic. And the one he had before that was even better, but a lot of people aren't talking about that one. But he did a great job on Kawhi last night in the fourth quarter. But it was the same way both ways. Kawhi did a great job on him as well. Kawhi held him to less points. Kawhi had more points and, frankly, played a better game than LeBron. At the end of the day, Anthony Davis was better than Paul George, and that's why the Lakers won the game.
If the Lakers don't beat the Clippers in a series, it's because the Clippers just have more talent. It's not going to be because the storyline that Kawhi is better than LeBron. I mean, they're so close right now as in skill and talent that's the storyline that everybody goes with because everybody loves to talk about LeBron. But the real story is, and Browner, I agree with you. I think the Clippers are a better team. Like, from top to bottom, they're a better team.
Oh, yes.
Like, it's not even close. But the chemistry makes a big difference. Being in the moment, having championship experience, all that stuff. It's like, yeah, Kawhi has it on the Clippers, but nobody else. On the Lakers, LeBron has it, and that's really it too. So it's going to come down to the team, not LeBron. That's really my point, is that everybody's going to try and make it about LeBron, Kawhi. Those two guys basically offset each other. It's everybody else. It's Anthony Davis. It's Paul George. It's Kuzma, who played really well last night.
That's right. Everybody was talking about who's it going to be. Other than Anthony Davis and LeBron James, who's going to be? Kyle Kuzma had 16 points last night. It was a pretty impressive performance. I will say this, though. I think you're right, Alex. I think a guy like LeBron hears everything, reads everything, keeps it all right here. And I think that in game 1 last night, he was planning on making a statement. By the way, not just a basketball statement, but a political statement. Because when the game was over, let me ask you guys a question. Had the Clippers won the game, who's the post-game interview?
Paul George.
Paul George.
Right, exactly. So if LeBron loses, they don't say, hey, LeBron, can we get a second over here so you can share your political opinions with us? That was a game LeBron had to win so that LeBron could do the post-game interview, so that LeBron, the face of the league, can share what the league is trying to say. I'm not telling you the game was set up and that it was fixed. I'm telling you that in his heart and in his mind, winning that game last night was a very big deal to him. And I'll tell you this, for all the talk about Kawhi versus LeBron, in the end, LeBron is bigger, he's still stronger, and defensively, he smothered Kawhi at the time of the game where he had to. So he did it on both ends at the most opportune moment to win the game. Browner, you're rolling your eyes at me. Why so?
Because you love the story so much more than you love the actual game.
So much more.
So much more.
So much more.
It's funny. I never gave any thought to what he said post game.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you're too concentrated on the actual game.
Yeah, I thought the game was great.
It's one game, but it's not one game to him.
But no, see, this is where I think you are overblowing those last two plays.
Mm-hmm.
The totality of the game, LeBron did not play well.
Right.
He turned the ball over a lot.
Dude, he couldn't handle the ball. He could not dribble the ball.
And he didn't shoot well. So when he started playing more in the fourth quarter, he started to get into a little more of a rhythm. But then Anthony Davis disappeared. So they've got to figure that out. But even when they do figure that out, it just seems like if the Clippers can figure out their chemistry, this won't even be close. Because they have much better players. They have much better defenders. They can switch at all 5 positions. They were playing guys last night who probably won't even see the court when the time comes. This is Doc Rivers' fault. Last night was Doc Rivers' fault.
Well, when you say it won't be close, though, you say it won't be close.
4-1.
You make it sound like all of a sudden Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and the Warriors are playing against the Sacramento Kings. Come on.
No, this is what listen, it will look like. I'm so glad you said that. It's going to look like the Warriors against the Cavs when the time comes. They'll win a game, maybe, but it's going to look 4-1, 4-2. I'm telling you. And I'm talking about the KD Warriors, not the Warriors without KD, the KD Warriors. Because the Lakers,
this, Alex, won't be close.
The Lakers
won't be close.
They don't have enough. They simply don't have enough.
This is why Jared Dudley doesn't talk to this kid anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is my opinion. They don't have enough. You're going to depend on Deion Waiters. You're going to depend on J.R. Smith. Alex Caruso played a good game. He was functional. You're going to need him to be more than functional when the time comes. That's all I'm saying.
I like how it wasn't the game didn't mean anything to the Lakers, but now all of a sudden you're taking all this information from yesterday's game and assuming that it's going to be a blowout. Like, so yesterday you were saying this game doesn't matter. This game doesn't matter, but because of yesterday, Caruso didn't play well. He's going to be an issue. Kuzma played well. They're going to need him to. So like you keep saying two different things about yesterday's game.
No, I'm not.
All I know is that it was a game that the Clippers were missing 2 players that score a lot of points. And when you say it was Doc Rivers' fault, I've said it here before and I'll say it again. He is an overrated coach. He is not that great. He's had so much talent in his career, and he has 1 championship with the Celtics. So I'm really not concerned about Doc Rivers messing it up because I don't think he'll mess it up. This game is going to be super close because the teams are super close. They played 4 times. Each time has been within 6 points. They're very evenly matched.
But in the game, in 2 of those games, one Paul George didn't play, and in this one, Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams didn't play. So all I'm saying is this. when the time comes, I believe, and I've said this from the very beginning, I said the Clippers would be better than the Lakers, so I'm not switching anything up. I'm not taking this one game and making it feel like it's 3. I'm taking all 4 games in totality, and this is what I think after watching all 4 games in which they split 2-2.
Yeah, it won't be close.
It'll be 4-1.
Okay.
Mark
Right.
it. Roll
Okay,
to,
mark it
roll
down.
to 37 for the Padres, and 4-1 when the time comes.